Hey, so I'll make a new video going over the recent change that GG is doing in patch 3.24. So if you're unaware, they're essentially disabling the use of instant cast spells on left click. So here's the video right here, Necropolis Quality of Life. So you won't be able to use something like Steel Skin or any guard skill on your left click, but they added 2 new support gems. So I want to talk about why this change is overall really bad for the game and why they should really consider to revert it. So yeah, why is this change bad for the game? Also, let me just get the video. You see right here they say we remove the capacity to bind any instant skills to left click as a result. So yeah, so why is this bad? This is bad because all it's going to do is essentially make people go back to using macros and scripts, stuff like AHK or just your basic mouse software, to get the same function that we have right now. And usually the way you prevent that is by adding those functions in the game, but instead of adding that function to the game, they are just straight up removing it, and the only option we get is a support gem. Now the support gem is pretty cool, and I'll go over some cool interactions you can do, but a lot of builds just won't have the sockets to use it. The reason why people aren't happy with this change is because we are already pretty socket starved in PoE. For example, on a bow character, you usually have like a 6-link Matterforge Arrow set up, you have a 6-link Tornado Shot, and then you have like your aura set up and all that, and you just don't have the support gems to use this. For example, on my character, the only way I could now use my Steel Skin if I want to be automatically used is by dropping Vitality, which would just be a nerf to my build. And while I am in favor of nerfing player power, I'm not really in favor of nerfing player power by making us more socket starved. So yeah, you want to see the support gems right here. So it's automation, and the next one is called Call to Arms. So Call to Arms for war cries, and automation is for instant cast spells. So instant cast spells are essentially all the guard skills like Steel Skin, Molten Shell, etc. Right? And then other instant cast spells is stuff like Frostblink, although I don't really think you'll be using Frostblink with this. Blood Rage, and like Val skill stuff like Val Haste, Val Grace, etc. That's about all the instant spells I can think of right now. But yeah, namely, it's going to be for your guard skills. That's what most people are going to use this for. So yeah, like I said, the reason why this change is bad is because it's just going to make people go back to using macros and scripts for this feature that we just had in game and are now removing for no apparent reason, because there's no reason why we can't have these support gems with the current left click instant cast that we currently have. Like, why can't we have both? People would still use these support gems even if we didn't have this left click feature, because there are other useful interactions you can currently do. So one of those cool interactions you can do, for example, is with the Call to Arms support gem right here. If you have Enduring Cry and Call to Arms, any build in the game can use interaction. It's 2 gem sockets, but some builds do have extra gem sockets, and if you do have those, you can use Enduring Cry, or essentially free, right? It's 2 gem sockets, but like I said, some builds can use that, and that's really good because this gem, essentially gives you all the endurance charges that you're able to use, some Fizz DR, some Elemental DR, and Life Regen. All very useful stats for any build in the game. So yeah, that is one good interaction we can use with this new change, and I think it is pretty cool, and a lot of builds probably will end up using this if they have the gem sockets. But like I said, overall I think the change is a net negative, because in the end it's just going to make people go back to using macros and scripts for a function we already had in the game. So while I do think there are some cool new interactions you can do with automation and Call to Arms, there's no reason why we can't have both these new support gems and the current left click instant cast. So yeah, I do hope GG changes their mind on this. I do like the new support gems, and it will make some new cool interactions, but in the end it's just going to result in people going back to using unethical programs. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say on it.